Hey, is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horse.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
Oh, 100 sweltering summer degrees as predicted by the weather woman. She's idling in a mile, a beastly bumper to bumper. Well, she's been too nice for too long, grown accustomed to letting her life happen, running on fumes drives her to reaction. She's gonna put one foot in front of the other. She's gonna put one foot in front of the other. Relinquish control of the wheel. It assures an awakening, a release from the fear of being found out as a fraud. Well, she's been so strong for so long, overhauled the lives of others without question. In finding no fault, she's grinding to a halt. She's gonna put one foot in front of the other. She's gonna put one foot in front of the other. Oh, the good road is long. The directions, they are clear and simple, but we tend to complicate them. We tend to complicate them. The first few faltering steps of a child after waiting an eternity, crossing the distance under her own steam. Well, she's tried so hard, come so far. The sabotage is over, along with her struggle as part of the battle. She's gonna put one foot in front of the other. She's gonna put one foot in front of the other. She's gonna put one foot in front of the other. Put one foot in front of the other. Oh.
The show is Horses Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Litwin, and our guest today is Sloan Wainwright.
Ralph, how you doing?
I'm great. How about you?
Very well. Thanks for having us on your show.
My pleasure. With Cadence Carroll.
Yes, the Luminous.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And nice to hear you, both.
Thanks, Ralph.
Sloan is from a famously musical family, full of singer-songwriters.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, lots of musicians, lots of writers, you know.
Tell us about growing up.
Growing up, well, let's see, I'm the youngest out of 4 kids, and I'm the youngest by a long shot in a way, so it was kind of like growing up with 5 parents. It was somewhat evil. But it was also extremely cool, you know, because there was a lot going on in my house. My father was a great journalist and a wonderful songwriter too, if I may add. So growing up in my house, you know, it was always about the story of the week because he had a weekly article. So that was kind of the talk at home, you know, what the story was all about and how it was going and this and that. My siblings are 11 and 10 and 7 years older than me, so they were kind of off doing their own thing, you know, and that was sort of exciting for me too, because there was a lot of hubbub going on, you know.
Uh-huh.
A stereo in every room, different music coming out, you know, all different kinds of stuff. So it was a hotbed. It was a hotbed of ideas, and, you know, being creative was, and expressing yourself was something that we were all allowed to do.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. It was a little weird sometimes, but it was good. Yeah.
Good. You want to do another song for us?
Sure, sure. Cadence and I are going to do the title song to our most current recording that we've been touring around the country for about 1.5 years. The good news is that we have 2 new recordings in the can, so to speak, you know. So all the new stuff will be out after the holidays or around the holidays. We are going to do some new stuff tonight too, though. But right now we're going to do the title song to this most current recording, and it's called Cool Morning. Now this song is a gratitude song. This was a song that I wrote 2 years ago on my birthday. And I was going down the very bad birthday road that day, if you know what I'm saying. Because I was celebrating one of those birthdays. And also, I was working on this beautiful piece of music that my musical partner Steve gave me. And this was in the month of May, because my birthday is in May. And I live in Katona, New York. And in Katona, New York, in the month of May, as I'm sure here in, what town are we in?
Randolph.
You know,
New
Randolph
Jersey.
is not on the map.
We looked in the atlas and it wasn't listed.
2 different atlases. Isn't that bizarre? Anyway,
That is strange.
is it blooming and bursting in the month of May in Randolph?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what it's doing in Katona. So here I am on my birthday in May, going down the bad birthday road. And I literally just took a moment and looked out the window, and I was immediately clunked down into gratitude. Because what I saw out the window was just so beautiful, and all the stuff that I love, all that stuff in the dirt. And this song just zoop, fell in. So it's my complete and utter gratitude birthday song, Cool Morning.
The world needs more gratitude songs. As many as we can get.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do this for you. Cool morning coaxes coat's foot open by the side of the road. Leggy lilac leans o'er the split rail to greet the meadow marigold. Fiery red azaleas flare, twisting wisteria climbs the garden wall. Perfect hearts that believe to ramble on their stem. Purple lipstick iris uncurled. Through my open window, taking root in the dirt. I'm happy with what I got, and now I see I've got a lot. Violets nestled in blades of grass, wild mustard hides
side of the road.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to grab my water,
Is one
if I
walk
may.
away next?
Yeah.
I let the cat out of the bag. I don't want to let the cat.
Little retuning,
Yeah, just making sure.
just making sure. So, when did you start with the music and the songwriting and singing?
Well, I was about 9, and I was definitely, I mean, I remember when my oldest brother Loudon came home and he had written his first song. He was 21 and he had just spent the summer with my grandmother up in Watch Hill, Rhode Island, and he wrote a song about a guy who lived at the boatyard whose name was Edgar. And I remember sitting there and listening to the song and going, I can do that. But I'm going to do it my own way. So I just started, you know, in the TV room there was a piano, and sat down concurrently watching TV and tootling around on the piano, writing songs about my cat and my dog and my dad and my mom and my grandma and what I thought about school. And, you know, it just was a very natural form of expression. And, you know, I loved music and I loved the theater, and I was really into show tunes and really into all that. So the idea, it almost felt like making a little play up, you know?
Uh-huh.
So I loved it. And it also, I was able to just go into my complete own little world with it, you know? So it happened very early, and it was a very natural form of expression for me.
Cool, and it shows.
Yeah. I'm going to put this back over here. Okay.
So what is this next tune that
Well, this next one?
was
well-
the cat let out of the bag?
Well, Katie just said
I did
the
say the
title, which
title.
is totally fine. This is something that's in the whole new batch of songs that will be on the new record. This is a song called When I Walk Away. And what can I tell you about this song? Well, let's see. Not only do I live in my own hometown, the town that I grew up in, but I married my nursery school sweetheart,
Whoa.
George. Yeah. And George is not only a terrific husband and a fabulous father and a great all-around guy, he is a gifted, fine woodworker and builder. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, here's the next part of that. George has been renovating our house for almost 7 years. Okay? Now, luckily, my work takes me away from home, you know, so I can kind of like deal with it. But we live in a construction zone, and sometimes when I come home, I crash, you know, big time. So this song got written after a crash, okay? I love this man dearly, and this is what's so great about music, okay? It's called When I Walk Away.
Clouds will cover the cobalt sky. A red-tailed hawk will hang suspended in flight at the break of day. When I walk away, there's coffee in the pot, there's cream in the fridge, twisted cotton sheets on our king-size bed like any other day. When I walk away, you won't know what hit you, but you'll notice that the lawn is a field. You got a choice, you can cut it all down or pick a bouquet while you kneel, with a hole in the roof where the outside comes in. I won't scale up the ladder, the weather threatened skies pouring down gray. When I walk away, touch rocks rolled by the sea from our summer's past. I'll leave a peach on a plate, a rose in the glass, and look the other way. When I walk away, but you'll notice that the lights got left on. You got a choice. You can shut them all out or let them burn till this house falls down. You're not to blame, it's nothing you did. It's all about me and how I've got to live. I've got to live. Clouds will cover the cobalt sky. A red-tailed hawk will hang suspended in flight at the break of day. When I walk away at the break of day. When I walk away.
Which I would never do.
We should tell folks how to get in touch with you, find out more about where you're going to be performing and recordings and so forth. info@sloanwainwright.com is the place to email. And the website for your information is www.sloanwainwright.com.
That's right.
And these are a couple of your most recent recordings.
That's Cool Morning. Yep. And that is our Slammin' 2002 release, The Song Inside. Slams. Really.
I agree. What else would you like to do for us?
Well, we're going to do, okay, we'll do Summertime. This is a song called Summertime. This is off of Cool Morning as well. And this is kind of a snapshot, a day in the life type of song, but it's also an emotional song. I consider myself an emotional observer when it comes to my writing. And this is a pretty good example of that. This is just an evening. This was a time when I knew who loved me, I knew where I belonged, and I knew what to wear. Okay? I was about 5. Hanging out with my mom and dad, who are like two of the most different people that could be put together, you know what I'm saying? So what this song really is, and I loved that time, so this song is really kind of a love song that a little kid would write to her parents. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Summertime. Mama says it's a perfect night for cold potato soup. She sends me out back to the garden to cut the wild onion. Daddy's in the butterfly chair, ice cubes clinking in his glass of bourbon. The amber from his cigarette briefly illuminates the sweat on his sunburned brow. Mama says that it takes her back to the dog days down in southern Georgia, walking single file across the trestle high above the riverbed. Daddy says it takes him back to his salad days out on eastern Long Island, sneakers squeaking on the varnished deck of his cousin's 65-foot catch. In the summertime, an evening so sublime, so sure that you were mine in the summertime, the summertime. Oh, when you was my luckiest stone, playing hopscotch on the patio. The lazy fireflies weave their way to the deafening cicada crescendo. Half-moon slips behind the clouds, the bats zigzag in the gloaming. Play-by-play on the radio draws me to the light inside of my home in the summertime. An evening so sublime, so sure that you were mine in the summertime. Thanks, Ralph.
My pleasure. Our pleasure here to have you sing for us.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having us on your show.
Time flies when you're having fun, and
yeah.
we just have enough time to do
our last
song.
Cool. Well, this is a song that Cadence and I wrote together at song camp, and it's called When I Awake, and we're going to finish up with it. We're going to hope that you're going to join us on harmonica. All right, man.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much, Ralph.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I think I'm ready.
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. When I Awake.
Thanks again.
Thank you, Ralph.
Thanks for
In the morning when I awake, it's you I see. Wasn't it last night when we said, let's take what the new day brings? Please don't take this for granted. We're here. Believe we can do this. Don't fear.
There's a hopeful sun shining through the curtain. It's open. If I close my eyes, I can see where we began.
Please don't take this for granted. We're here. Leaving's not the answer. That's clear. Throw back all the blankets. Put your feet upon the floor. Walk on down the hallway like 1,000 times before. When you look at me that way, I know it's true. We will make the time so stand. We will work this through. Please don't take this for granted. We're here. Leaving's not the only answer. it's you I see. Yeah, man.
Sloan Wainwright, www.sloanwainwright.com, and Cadence Carroll. You want to plug your website too?
Yeah.
Sure, my website is cadencecarroll.com.
How'd we guess that?